Hi, everyone. It's Melissa from American Pelvic Health here, and I am here with our registered psychotherapist, Alana Sham. And we are so excited to be chatting today a little bit about self-care. Self-care is one of those terms that I think we hear about all the time, and we all know that it's something that we should do. It's kind of like exercise, right? Where we know it's good for us, we know that we should be doing it, but we maybe don't know how to do it. We don't know what that means. So we're going to delve a little bit more into self-care today. How's that sound, Alana?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. So this is a very, very fun topic because whenever I ask people, do you practice self-care? So I'm very, grateful for people who are like, no, I don't know what that is. Or
Yeah, or they
people who are,
look at with the blank face. They're like, what?
exactly. Or other people I was like, yeah, I do that. It's doing the exercise stuff. I was like, yeah, you're partly right. So that's why I want to take some time to kind of talk a little bit more about what self-care is, what it involves, and yeah, to kind of give some ideas to viewers really to how they can best incorporate self-care into their own daily lives.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's jump into it.
Yeah.
So what is self-care?
So really, to put it simply, self-care is the idea when someone takes is very, very mindful of themselves and doing actions, doing things that can create a more positive overall sense of self. It can bring joy, can just bring someone peace, right? So a bunch of words, a bunch of positive words, yes.
Yeah. I'm
Sorry.
going to cut you off here. So self-care is not that I need to go get a massage for 90 minutes.
No, no.
And it's not that I need to spend half a day at the spa getting my nails done or getting a facial.
Doesn't necessarily, but you know what? I do agree though. All those things, if it brings you joy, oh my gosh, yeah, you're taking care of yourself. You're putting you first. I would call those things self-care, but to let everyone know, self-care doesn't necessarily mean you need, take a whole day to do it or take like several
Awesome.
hours, make it into like this whole event. No, it can really simply just even be walking outside and not be consumed with your worries, your thoughts, stresses, and literally just enjoy the view, being mindful of like, oh, this is how I'm feeling right now, looking what you're seeing. You know what they say, you don't want to see like yeah, what was it, the forest for the trees, or usually the tree for the forest. It's the same idea. How do we be mindful and be present, right? So self-care can even be involved, oh gosh, what was it? So you mentioned doing your nails. You don't need to go to the spa to do your nails, especially if you
Hmm.
like doing your own nails at home. Oh, hey, that's an
Great. Yeah. And I think the other thing too is often people will say, I'm so busy, I have no time for self-care. Or, I don't have half an hour in my day, or I don't have that alone time. I'm with the baby all day long, or I have all these things on my list of that I need to do. I can't add self-care to my list. So do you have examples of things that can be considered really good options for self-care?
Yes, I do actually. So I have this great little picture I would love to share with you right now.
Amazing.
Let me know. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So this is something I love to share with everyone, especially the idea of introducing self-care. So it's literally anything from just, picking up a cup of coffee. It's calling your friend. It's literally just even sitting in silence and just being present for yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to take, half an hour, an hour, even like 5, 10 minutes of just taking that moment just and making it for you, making sense of it, and ask yourself, does this give you some peace? Is this going to be helpful in dealing and tackling like the rest of the day or like, whatever projects or things that you have to do moving forward? Because self-care is just that fun way of like, what was it? Reconnecting yourself with the present, not getting lost in your thoughts and being consumed with all the other stressors that comes with life.
Yeah. And I love this because I'm taking a look at this now too. And I'm just seeing, even with COVID, like all of these things you can still do. They don't involve anybody else, they don't involve getting in close proximity of anyone. These are all things that, I think some are more realistic than others for sure. And I probably resonate with some more than other people, but often these are, they can be very simple things, which is great.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I know for sure, like some people I've brought this up to, they would tell me like, "Oh my gosh, what? I haven't taken a bath in so long, but I remember how much I enjoyed it because it's that moment just for myself and enjoying that tranquility that baths bring some people."
Yes.
Other
You either
people,
love baths or you hate baths.
exactly.
I'm a bath person. I love baths too.
Oh yeah, I've taken baths for granted, that's for sure. But for me personally, whenever I look at this sheet, here, this is my favorite: pet a furry creature. I have two dogs of my own, and whenever I feel stressed, drop what I'm doing, just go up to one of my lovely, lovely dogs and just give them a hug. Rub them up, and just
Awesome.
being like, oh, okay, I'm back to myself.
I'm gonna need to meet your dogs one day because we would love a dog, and I have never had one. I wish I had one as a kid and never.
Oh
So,
my
but I
gosh.
love them. So I'm gonna need to meet them and pet them, for my own self-care.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. I cannot wait to introduce them to you.
Awesome. Anything else here that you think really resonates with you? I love this list. This is great.
Yeah, really, me personally, it's calling a friend, especially, I did this even before COVID, now even during COVID. I just, whether it be calling them up or popping up on Zoom, it's just that simple way of making this abnormal life that we're living in feel a little bit more normal, getting back in
Yeah,
touch with little things like that.
absolutely. I love take a nap and sit in nature. Anyone who knows me, um, I love to be in nature. I'm not going out to the ski hills this year, but one of my favorite things is when I'm actually going down my snowboard, I'll sit there, partly because I'm tired, but I will sit there in the snow and just take in the silence, and it's one of the best things. This is great. Thank you for sharing this, Alana.
No problem. I'm glad to share. And yeah, obviously, if I come up with any more, be more than happy to share.
Yeah. So if there are people out there who are interested in kind of working with you a little bit more and getting more information about how they might be able to take some of these tools into their own practice and into their own daily life, where can they find you?
They can find me on the website. It has my email address. I also have a number they can reach me at, and I recently created my own Instagram account, so there's also that
Awesome.
way to reach me.
Awesome. Awesome. So we're going to be able to follow you, like your post, and get some really great information from that. So I'm really glad. Awesome. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope anyone watching this video is able to take away some really, really good tips of how they might be able to take some steps into making some time for their own self-care. And again, if you're looking for Alana, she is at the clinic. She is taking on new clients, and I really look forward to chatting soon.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time, Melissa.
Okay, have a great night.